When I arrived here in '94, there were 300 odd people in Euston. It was a very small town. Look, we didn't even have filtered water. We didn't have trees. We didn't have grass. But I did see an opportunity to get on board with a club that I knew that they wanted to move forward. Today we now have 800 people in town. It's a huge horticultural area.
Euston Club came to us in late 2018 with a real challenge to address the issues that they were facing. The high cost of electricity, the network outages that they were experiencing, the commitment to climate change.
As a club manager, I was constantly looking at our bill. Our account was just going through the roof. Our charges were over the top. The supply that we received was intermittent at its best. We couldn't go through a month without losing power. You can't run a business like this.
When we were sitting down with Ray Jones, the CEO of Euston Club, we decided to commission a study to assess all of the suitable energy alternatives that were available to it to address those issues. That feasibility study effectively recommended the behind-the-meter microgrid as the appropriate solution. It was effectively the integration of more than 400 kilowatts of solar systems, ground-mounted solutions, as well as car park solar structure, and battery energy storage system of about 1.2 megawatt hours that could see them through the entire amount of peak load from 5 p.m. when the sun goes down all the way through to 10 p.m. And then the integration of their standby diesel generation so that in the event that they had network outage or that the battery during that period had run out of charge could effectively be used to provide additional charge.
Vellocet Clean Energy came up with exceptional technology. The solar panels on the battery enclosure that run the EV charging station. This is just an amazing product they've been able to provide to us. And we're all going to be winners out of this in the long run.
With all the generation assets and the storage assets that are now on site, the club can supply electricity to its members and supply its local community at a much cheaper price than it can buy from the grid. It's an added bonus that a club can serve its community now with an electricity offer.
We will be first club in New South Wales to provide power to our members and our community. Now, how good's that? From 1994 until 2020, who would have thought that a mere club manager would be farming the sun? I now could join the horticultural community that I'm surrounded by. We have an ongoing problem with our environmental issues, but most of all for us, apart from the green factor, we were going to save some money. And that's what I'm here to do, is to save them some money and move them in a direction that down the track in the future, well after I'm gone, that this thing continues to look after them.